When a person dies, the first thing their family members do is report the death and try to give them a proper funeral. However, this is not always the case. You might find it hard to believe, but there are cases where people refuse to report the death of a family member and just leave the dead body inside the house. Here is a case of 36-year-old Justin Carver, who got arrested for hiding the body of his mother inside the house. On May 5th, cops were called to Lainey Carver's home to conduct a welfare check after Lainey's family became concerned that they could not reach her. In the video, the cops arrived at the property. They knocked a couple of times on the door, but there was no response.
Sheriff's office.
Somebody in there?
Hello?
Saying I'll bring him back or whether it's
After circling the property, they moved to a neighbor's house to ask some questions.
How you doing? Hey, doing good. How are you? All right, brother.
Have you seen Lainey recently?
The girl?
Yeah, next door neighbor.
Just the guys over there.
When's the last time you seen him?
The neighbors said that they had not seen Lainey for a while, but her son had been seen moving around the neighborhood.
Him, he usually walks up and down the road, but her, I haven't seen her in a while.
How long would a while be? Days, months?
Day or two.
Couple days.
Three
Yeah.
days or something like that.
The cops then asked the neighbors if they noticed any shouting or commotion coming from the house, but they seemed to have not noticed anything.
When's the last time you seen the boys?
Yesterday.
Okay, so nobody today.
Have you heard any fighting, anything in the last 2 days? Any loud commotion?
I know it would be not abnormal.
Though they hadn't noticed anything strange, the neighbors hinted that the house was a bit more quiet than it usually was.
So, it's weird. We're not used to it.
No, more quiet.
Yeah.
We used to live right down there behind the Circle K in Cleveland, Dalewood.
Yeah.
Oh,
With the neighbors not having much information to give them, the cops decided to ask another neighbor who was just driving into their property if they had seen anything.
Showed up and then he was around, so.
right. Any commotions or anything in the last couple days or
No,
before
like
then?
yelling or fighting or anything like that.
Nothing.
Here, they're pretty quiet for the most part.
After checking the hospitals, the cops returned back to the property to conduct another search. While they were searching the property, a young man emerged from the house.
After checking the hospitals, deputies returned to the house to continue looking.
Did you hear us knocking before? Were you knocked out?
No, I was sleeping in there.
I'm glad you woke up because you're about to come inside. We're looking for Mom. Have you seen her?
She's not around right now.
Do you know where she's at?
When the cops asked if Justin had seen his mother, he replied that she was not at home. But this answer was not enough for the officers.
Have you seen her?
She's not around right now.
Do you know where she's at? Sister's asking for her. She's not in any trouble or anything like that.
While asking about the whereabouts of Lainey, the cops asked Justin if he had seen his father recently. Lainey and her ex-husband had been in a fight recently, and the officers were worried that he might have been responsible for her disappearance.
When was the last time you saw Dad?
Do you know where he's staying at?
No, I heard that she might have called the cops on him.
Yeah, he got arrested the 25th of last month. For trespassing.
Do you know who stays in the tent?
Well, that's what I was saying before she come in the house.
Oh, she told you you could come before she left?
Would it be alright if they just went inside to make sure she's not in there?
It's on my house.
Huh?
I can't tell you no.
To make sure Lainey was not somewhere inside the house, the cops decided to search the house with Justin leading the way.
If you're not gonna tell me yes or no, then we're just gonna peek our head in there real quick and then we'll come back outside. You can lead the way if you're so pleased.
I'm not trying to lock the door.
You could go in, but you could go in. Just lead us through.
Yeah. Do you have a key?
No.
Why would you lock the door behind you?
However, as they tried to get into the house, the door was locked. This started making the cops a bit suspicious of Justin.
Do you have a key?
No.
Why would you lock the door behind you?
I just usually do that.
So how do you get in?
I don't know.
How about this other little door that's over here?
It's just barricaded up.
With what?
Garbage can or something.
By this time, the cops were starting to get angry as Justin was trying to make a fool out of them. From the way he looked, they knew he was trying to hide something from them, so it was time to get serious.
So how do you get in the house? Why did you lock the door? Because I feel like you're fucking with me. What the hell? What's the deal?
I'm not trying to fuck with you,
You understand how this looks, right?
Yes, sir.
After asking Justin a few more questions, he leads the cops to the front door of the house. Then he opens it for them to check inside the house.
If you shimmy it into the right, we could be able to just pull it out.
He's the one that did it.
So push it into the right. Keep pushing it in.
Finally, they get the door open. A cop goes inside to inspect the house, and the video goes dark to keep the horrific scene off the air. When the video resumes, the cop comes outside the house, and by this time, he had already seen the body of Laney inside the house. Immediately, the cops arrested Justin.
Now they got a whole bigger issue. Call 400 and have them come out here.
431 to 400.
After arresting Justin, he was charged with failing to report death to a medical examiner, to which he pled guilty. Though it seems unimaginable that a person can live comfortably inside a house with a dead body, these cases just prove how mentally disturbed some people are. If you like these stories, be sure to subscribe for more so you don't miss anything. What's next? Stay tuned.